You're watching MSNBC.
Welcome to Both Sides, a debate show that gives both sides of the issue, Democrat and Republican, with complete fairness. First topic, Occupy Wall Street. As a totally unbiased journalist, it seems like a great idea to me, but why don't we ask our experts? First, on the left, professor of economics at Harvard, Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist for The New Yorker, former Gore speechwriter, and Ph.D. in political science from Stanford University, Matt Fisher. Matt, is Occupy Wall Street good for America?
I think it's great. History will look back on Occupy Wall Street as the event that lit the fuse to return this country to greatness. Trust me on this one. I write high school history textbooks for supplemental income. This movement will turn around the economy that was completely ruined by Republican policy.
Strong words and great points, Matt. Now, for the Republican response, we turn to this 7-month-old baby. Baby, are Republicans to blame for the economy? Interesting. Matt, your take.
I think George Bush is an idiot.
Very good point, Matt. Let's take a look at an objective photograph of George W. Bush. I think we've got to let the Republican respond to that one. Baby? I'm not buying it.
George Bush is a goober.
I'm convinced the president has my vote.
Hope?
Great point, Matt. You've clearly won this round. When we come back from commercial, Democratic strategist Paul Begala will debate immigration with a half-eaten salad.
MSNBC, pure testosterone.
And we're doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result.
This is accurate. Honestly, there would be no shutdown.
Put a stop to bullying.
Real cuts, the devil's in the details.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
In the Battle of Iraq, the United States and our allies have prevailed.
The president went about this all wrong.
America, we have come so far. We have seen so much. We shall overcome. Yes, we can.
Game on.
Thank you. Good luck and God bless you.
The BSofA with Brian Sack.
Hello and welcome to the BS of A. I'm Brian Sack, and now this week's BS. This week, the security detail for New York Governor Andrew Cuomo accidentally struck 2 pedestrians, placing one in critical condition. Still a much better driving record than former Governor David Patterson. Oh. Appearing on Meet the Press, New Jersey Governor Chris Christie referred to current GOP frontrunner Newt Gingrich as an embarrassment to the party, a pejorative he usually reserves for a poorly made 6-foot hoagie. This week, the United Nations condemned the U.S. for continuing to operate the prison at Guantanamo Bay, which has only prosecuted 6 prisoners, but is responsible for the deaths of 8. The condemnation is the first of several steps the UN will take before nothing happens. While discussing the housing crisis at a campaign event, Mitt Romney said, quote, "Banks aren't bad people," end quote. He then attempted to make a withdrawal from a nearby homeless person. The Supreme Court ruled unanimously that it is unconstitutional for law enforcement officers to place a GPS tracker on a suspect's car without a warrant. The court did, however, recognize GPS trackers as people who can give unlimited money to political candidates. And Newt Gingrich announced this week that by the end of his 2nd term as president, he would build a permanent American settlement on the surface of the moon. And so, after 69 happy years, Gingrich has decided to leave this old, dying Earth for a smaller, younger body. Thank you. Thank you. All right, as you know by now, if you've been watching the show, we had a string of sponsors for the show who've given me what Mitt Romney might call piddling sums of money and valuable merchandise, all of which I have kept for myself and my staff, and none of which I have given to the network or to Glenn Beck. Some might call it stealing. However, I prefer the term not stealing for legal reasons. And since the GBTV brass is apparently yet to see an episode, we're still doing it. So this week's sponsor is an old friend, the CGAcompany.com, retailer of fine, tough writer pens. And I speak the truth, which lives here. when I tell you that these amazing American-made pens are of superior quality, function in the most extreme conditions, and are available at thecgacompany.com. For my honesty, I've received several of these pens and more money toward our iPad fund. Look over here. This is Ben, our PA. Ben has no iPad. Every day, he takes an elevator up and down and has nothing to do for about 8 seconds from C to L level. He can't read a blog. He can't play Angry Birds. He has to think thoughts that whole time. I'm sorry. If you want to sponsor the BSofA and help Ben get an iPad, we're open to anything. So please, think outside the box and email us at sponsorthebsofa@gbtv.com. We'll be right back.
So what do we got here?
Got a witness here says he knew the victim.
Were they friends?
No, because he was a non-believer, so they treated each other kindly and justly. But friendship is forbidden.
Well, of course.
Hey, thanks so much for coming, everybody. Welcome to the audition. Now, pretty soon our cover story that Glenn Beck moved to Texas is going to be blown, and soon people will learn the truth, that he buried himself alive in Mount Vernon. So what we need from you is the new Glenn Beck so we can continue to fool America. So, do you think you have what it takes? I bet you do. Come on, let's see it.
Hi, my name's Tim Martin. I'm very excited to be here.
Great to have you, Tim.
What's this for?
You're auditioning to be the new Glenn Beck.
Nope.
Hey, now what are you going to give me? What are you going to give me now? Obama. What are you going to give me now? What are you going to give me now? Michelle Bachmann. What are you going to give me now? The founding fathers. What are you going to give me now? Thomas Jefferson. What are you going to give me now?
I just can't imagine what it would be like to turn into a vampire for the love of my life, Edward.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, but the crying was good, right?
No, that was really good. Brian, stop. You're embarrassing yourself.
Welcome back to GBTV. Before I tell you about the motorcycle accident that left me with permanent legal brain damage, I want to tell you what it was like to work with Steven Seagal.
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on. Who are you trying to be right now?
Casting notice said you needed someone with brain damage and the initials GB, so I thought Gary Busey.
No, common mistake. We're looking for someone to play Glenn Beck.
President Obama isn't really a bad guy.
Oh, you're the right body type, wrong politics.
Thomas Jefferson, he was the 3rd president of the United States, and he was responsible for some very interesting things. The Louisiana Purchase, also Lewis and Clark, who many people find very exciting. He sent them to explore the West.
Okay, that was great. Could you just try it again, but this time get all of your facts wrong?
Why?
You're auditioning to be Glenn Beck, you understand?
Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't want to broadcast stuff like that.
No, well, that's why he's been kicked to the internet.
Oh. Thomas Jefferson invented the ice cream truck.
Good.
President Obama and his progressives are counting on you to sit on your hands, America, and continue to destroy the values of this country with their socialistic agenda.
Wow, okay, that was great. Thanks. Yeah, we'll be in touch.
I didn't get it, did I?
No.
Is it because of the whole black thing?
No. Yes.
Hello, America. Hello. How are you? I'm here to do show. I don't have any other motive. I'm here for show, so.
Are you a Russian spy?
Mission aborted.
How would that replace Glenn Beck?
You didn't hear the anti-government rant in that ding?
And I did a little.
Do
you have any words?
What do you mean?
Do you speak words that have opinions on things?
Oh, no. Is this not the beatboxing competition?
No, that's down the hall.
Oh.
Good evening, America. And I hope you're sitting down. The story I'm about to tell you will give you Oppenheimer's disease.
I'm sorry, what?
Poo-poos.
What are you talking about?
Poopsies.
Up next on GBTV.com, has George Soros written your children's books? The answer is the answer is yes. Sorry, that was terrible. Can we try that again?
Popsicles taste like Clorox, so I would like a milkshake made out of mustache hair.
Wow, you are perfect. Guys, we found him. No one is ever going to know the difference.
Men and women make babies by shaking hands.
They sure do, Glenn Beck.
Yeah.
They sure do.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian, can I borrow that pen real quickly? Jack, this isn't a pen. This is a Tough Rider Extreme Conditions pen. This pen, the Tough Rider, it'll work in minus 30 degrees Fahrenheit, Jack, 250 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's hermetically sealed. I can write upside down, I can write in water, Jack, and it's made in the USA. And it's the only pen that I'll use to sign all these autographs for the pretty ladies.
Oh, those aren't autographs to pretty ladies. These are your child support payment checks. Yeah.
Oops. It's a good pen, though.
Oh, hi, I'm looking for a Wendy. Okay, great. Thank you for reading.
The CGA Company, retailer of Tough Rider pens.
Thank you. Loyalists to assassinated Libyan despot Muammar Gaddafi overtook the Libyan city of Bani Walid 3 months after their leader's death. They were definitely Gaddafi loyalists because their first order of business was gaining control of the local sunglass hut. SEAL Team 6, the Navy commando team that killed Osama bin Laden, rescued 1 American and 1 Danish citizen who were being held hostage by Somali pirates. 9 pirates were killed in the raid. Oh no, they made a terrible mistake. Or have they? I don't know. I don't really follow sports. This week, scandalized Penn State coach Joe Paterno died at the age of 85. According to his family, Paterno knew it was a better idea to die at 75, but decided to wait 10 years. Penn State fans in the house? He'll be buried next to his reputation, which died 3 months ago. Truth. For the first time since they opened 60 years ago, Disney theme parks will allow their employees to sport beards. So get ready for Disney's brand new character, Trans Cinderella. Ready? Pretty princess. All right, on last week's show, we showed footage of me breaking into Glenn Beck's old dressing room and stealing a bunch of stuff that he left when he moved to Texas. So there I am now. So what we did was gather his personal belongings and put them up for sale on eBay under Stuff We Stole from Glenn Beck. Well, the auction was going swimmingly until it got turned off by eBay. The staff spent hours on the phone trying to find out why, and a few days later, I found myself speaking with the very nice head of eBay's fraud department. Turns out an auction called Stuff We Stole sets off alarms. I had no idea. But we worked it all out, and now the BSofA store on eBay is proud to offer Glenn Beck's stuff. No reference to theft or any malfeasance of any sort. Now, proceeds from the auction will benefit our staff's iPad fund. Remember, Ben? It's either this or we turn to crime.
Yes. Yeah. We're looking for someone with information about last night's Quick Stop convenience store robbery.
I don't know anything about that. I was at the anti-gay parade last night. Besides, I'm no thief.
Is that right? Well, it looks like your hand has been amputated in accordance with the law.
True, but I still don't know anything about the robberies.
Really?
Scout's honor.
And now, the Glenn Beck Show highlight of the week.
You want to legalize heroin? Fine. Legalize heroin.
The Glenn Beck Show highlight of the week has been brought to you by the CGA Company, retailer of Tough Rider pens. Use the promo code GBTV to get a 10% discount.
Congressman Smith, we've been getting a lot of pushback on SOPA.
What's that?
SOPA, the Stop Online Piracy Act, which you introduced to Congress?
I've got an incredible number of complaints about the fact that you don't understand the technology you've proposed or know anything about the internet.
I'm not buying that, because if that were the case, I'd be getting thousands of angry emails on my BlackBerry.
That's a calculator.
Well, I've never spoken to anyone who's used the internet.
Hey, have you talked to anyone under 70 years old lately?
Yes, as a matter of fact, just the other day, I was with a gentleman who was no older than 35, and I remember we watched as the news came in over the wireless that President Reagan had been shot.
Okay, that was not a couple of weeks ago.
I don't get into all of this tech stuff.
Well, actually, remember when I showed you CNN.com when we looked at that article? That's the internet.
Well, I thought that was a newspaper with Christmas lights.
Incorrect. That was the internet. And your bill will ruin the internet.
Listen, I don't want to be seen as some congressional boob who has been bought out by corporate interests and is trying to push crappy legislation through Congress.
Good. That's a good goal.
So I think I have a solution. I call it the Louis Act. It's my nephew Louis over here.
What's up?
I propose we have Louis filter the internet. In fact, I'll call Boehner now and get him working on that.
That's a television remote.
Never get coverage here.
What website are you trying to look at? What's a YouTube? How do you spell that?
Now, the beauty here is the simplicity, okay? Now, what is the internet? It's just a series of pipes connected. And what do pipes need? Valves. Take this soda can, for example. Imagine it was a pipe.
Okay, hold on. Whoa. This is a toaster, okay? So what's going on? You okay?
So what's the YouTube video you're uploading?
See that? The internet filtering is working already.
So is this for educational intent? I mean, is there licensed music in it? Well, what is your cat dancing to?
Dancing cat? Normally humans dance, but in this case, it's going to be a cat.
Uncle Lamar, this is really hard, and I'm really tired. Can I just hang up on this guy?
Sure.
Okay. Just so I have, for myself, all the facts straight. You want all domestic internet domain requests to be screened by one person named Louis, who is your nephew, via telephone.
And just to confirm, you are a United States Congressman.
Yes.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Alrighty.
Sort of inspiring.
Come on, guys. I need your support. I feel like you're one of those people out there who's saying that I'm just a know-nothing, sold-out congressman who doesn't know anything about the internet. All right, then why don't you go off in the next room and count the money we got from the Motion Picture Association of America.
Oh, what's that for?
I'm on Twitter.
Oh.
I agree. Starbucks will add wine and beer to its menu at locations in Atlanta, Chicago, and the West Coast. The beer and wine will come in sizes tall, grande, and I'm finally drunk enough to buy a CD at Starbucks. For the first time in its history, YouTube.com now streams more than 4 billion videos every day. How quaint, said porn. Now, as you know, ABC News made waves last week by airing excerpts from an old interview with Newt Gingrich's ex-wife right ahead of the South Carolina primary. Some claim foul play, others say it's fair game. Regardless, in order to level the playing field and attract viewers interested in tawdry details, I broke into the ABC News vaults late last night and acquired a bunch of other interviews conducted of political ex-wives, which I'm going to show you here right now, tonight. And don't thank us for single-handedly defending political discourse. Your money's thanks enough. Enjoy.
Now, my ex-husband, Governor Perry, he is a huge cheater.
When did you find out about the affairs?
Affairs with other women? No way. He's way too lazy. I mean, he cheats at things like board games, video games, foot races.
He was insatiable, but for hair gel.
I remember, it was classic Rick. I remember one time I was so mad at him. He just made me so mad that I told him he looked good in sweater vests. And then I let him go out in public.
I don't know much about Donald's personal life because my wife contract doesn't technically start until I turn 18.
Rick switched around all the stickers on a Rubik Cube, so then he showed me it and he's like, I won. And I was like, you should run for president.
I'm sorry, why am I here?
You were married to John Huntsman for 7 years?
Who? I secretly married John Edwards on New Year's Eve of 2011, but then I got started on my own career, and when I heard that he was sick, I started cheating on him with a member of the Chicago Blackhawks.
Okay, great. Could you look at the camera, please, and say your name?
Sure. My name is Karma.
What did Gingrich do to his wife?
He supposedly asked if they could have an open relationship.
That was Tuesday in the Kane household.
He wouldn't touch me because it wasn't in the Constitution.
He pulled out too soon.
I was married to Michelle Bachman. But when she pushed Christopher Reeve down that flight of stairs and then claimed that he fell off of a horse, well, that was too much. When did you realize you were in love with Donald Trump?
When the check cleared.
Yeah, Sarah Pallin's probably been married dozens of times, but I'm the only one left. She shot all the rest in a canned hunt.
Bill was 100% faithful to me. Until the wedding reception.
Well, I first realized Herman was cheating on me when I came home one night. And I looked under the bed and I found a pair of women's panties. And also 3 women.
Boy, Hillary Rodham and I got married at a very, very young age. Back then, you didn't really have premarital sex, so I was very excited for our honeymoon, and it was a magical night. Except for her penis getting in the way, it was great.
Wow. Wow.
What is it, Brian?
Oh, nothing. I was just admiring my new Tough Rider pen. It works in extreme conditions, Jack. Heat, cold, doesn't matter, and it's pressurized. You can write on all sorts of surfaces and upside down and in water, Jack. And look at this. It's got a reinforced tip that you can use to fight prostitutes. Al-Qaeda.
No. What?
Al-Qaeda.
No, you said you've used that to fight prostitutes?
It's a good pen.
The CGA Company, retailer of Tough Rider pens. Please like us on Facebook.
Police, open up.
Yes?
Got a lot of complaints about the music in here.
Is it too loud?
No. It's music.